Welcome to Star News Channel. I'm Sophia, and today we have some hot and trending news to share with you. V's grand return, a post-military rebirth in motion, style, and symbolism. When V of BTS stepped back into the public eye after his military service, the moment carried a weight of both anticipation and transformation. For fans across the globe, this was not just a soldier's return but the rebirth of an artist who had spent years suspended in time, quietly preparing for a re-entry that would ignite conversation far beyond the boundaries of music. What unfolded was less a comeback and more the opening chapter of a new act in his cinematic life. The first glimpse of this renaissance came in the form of a dance video that rippled across the internet like an electric current. Set in a studio stripped of excess, V appeared alongside renowned choreographer Lee Jung-lee, his movements sharp, fluid, and charged with intensity. The raw power of his steps contrasted against the minimal backdrop, making the focus undeniable. This was a man who had returned with discipline etched into every muscle. His physique, refined during service, added to the gravity of the performance. It was not just choreography, it was a declaration. What made the clip extraordinary was the way it resonated beyond the realm of dance. Within hours, remix challenges sprouted across social platforms, each one a reflection of how art in the hands of an idol becomes fuel for collective creativity. Fans imitated, reinterpreted, and celebrated his movements, turning a single video into a global cultural wave. V had not just reclaimed his stage presence, he had extended it, inviting millions to join in the rhythm of his return. Yet his post-service narrative did not end on the dance floor. Days later, he appeared at Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles, a venue already steeped in spectacle. While many came for the baseball, eyes inevitably turned to V, whose appearance fused athletic culture with pop star allure. The camera lingered on him between plays, his presence commanding as if he were part of the performance itself. His choice of attire, relaxed yet meticulously styled, embodied a subtle confidence. This was no accident. V has long been aware that every public sighting is an unspoken runway, and he stepped onto it with the precision of someone who understands both the weight and the power of image. The fashion world was quick to respond. Soon after, photos surfaced of V donning pieces from Kartik Research, a New Delhi-based label celebrated for its handcrafted embroidery and cultural authenticity. He paired a delicately detailed shirt with effortless staples, creating a look that blended global luxury with artisanal craftsmanship. In doing so, he spotlighted traditions that might otherwise remain obscured on the international stage. His choice was a reminder that style, at its highest form, is not about excess but intention. By wearing a garment stitched with history, V connected the threads of K-pop's global reach with India's centuries-old artistry. This attention to detail reflects more than aesthetic taste, it reveals a philosophy. V has always gravitated toward understated elegance, where simplicity masks depth and restraint magnifies meaning. His fashion after military discharge underscored that philosophy, presenting him as both accessible and untouchable, a figure who can slip seamlessly between the crowd and the spotlight. But perhaps the most striking element of his return lies in the subtle but profound messages woven into these appearances. By aligning with inclusive cultural symbols, whether at global sports events or through fashion with international resonance, V has shown a willingness to stand not just as an entertainer but as a voice of connection. His actions hint at a broader narrative, one where K-pop idols are not merely performers but ambassadors of unity, creativity, and cultural exchange. The collective effect of these post-military moments is a carefully orchestrated symphony. The dance video provided the beat, visceral and immediate. The Dodgers' appearance added spectacle, placing him at the intersection of pop and sport. The fashion choices contributed texture, layering history and identity into his image. Each note built upon the other, resulting in a crescendo that spoke to fans and casual observers alike. V has returned, not as he was, but as something greater. For fans who waited through the silence of service, this period represents more than relief, it is vindication. Their faith has been rewarded with a version of V that feels both familiar and evolved. The boyish charm remains, but it has been carved into sharper lines by discipline and time. He is no longer just the soulful vocalist or the visual heartthrob. He is now an emblem of growth, resilience, and artistic rebirth. In the world of entertainment, comebacks are often framed as mere continuations. V's post-discharge story defies that expectation. It is not about resuming where he left off, but about rewriting the script entirely. His presence radiates a sense of inevitability, as if the pause of military duty was less an interruption and more an incubation. What emerges is an artist fully aware of his power, deliberate in his choices, and fearless in reshaping the narrative. As he stands on the threshold of what comes next, whether music releases, solo projects, or group reunions, the world watches with bated breath. For now, the dance steps, the fashion statements, and the stadium spotlight serve as prologue. The real performance is yet to come, and if the opening scenes are any indication, it will be nothing short of cinematic.
What do you think about the stories we just covered? Don't forget to drop your thoughts in the comments. And if this is your first time watching our channel, please hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with the latest buzz in entertainment. Thanks so much for tuning in.